So this is one reason I was getting quite bullish on Path. I'm not a big technicals guy, right? I look at fundamentals. I buy stocks that I think fundamentally have the highest returns based off of my discounted cash flow models that go out 5 and 10 years. And I know how expensive a stock is based on the EV to look through earnings, which if you guys want to know about, go like learn all of that. I talked about it at the beginning of this. I walked through it all. But this is Path's volume. So you can see when they IPO'd and were way up at $85, you know, the daily volume wasn't that high and it was just selling off, selling off, selling off. Now the volume has slowly been increasing over time, and the stock has been bottomed for 3.5 years, where every time it tries to drop below 13 or 10, buyers just come in and it just starts recovering. And that's part of the reason why it feels so safe to own this stock, right? Because I know that there's buyers that come in. I mean, UiPath themselves have bought back $1 billion of their own shares because they're so free cash flow positive already. But then look at this freaking spike. This was when they announced, this was spike in volume when they announced the partnership with OpenAI, NVIDIA, Salesforce, Snowflake, Google. It caused this huge spike here. And then we've been selling off for no reason, like literally just because the overall market sold off. So I was like, okay, this is time for me to margin in as much as I can. And I know I could be wrong, and I had a strategy for that, but it's, you know, turning out I'm right. And we're seeing this volume increase, and the longer the base, guys, the longer the base, normally the bigger the breakout is. Because the whole time, right, the whole time that the stock is selling off the last 5 years, if we go over to macro trends, now macro trends is not going to have the most recent quarter yet, but let's do macro trends Path. Their revenue over this period of time. So this is back 2021, right? When the stock went public, they had 68 million of trailing 12 month, or 680 million of trailing 12-month revenue. Today, they have grown to 1.5 billion. Remember this last, let me refresh this real quick. Okay. Remember, they just put up an ARR now, their annual reoccurring revenue, which they have revenue on top of that, but is almost 1.8 billion of ARR now. So the whole time that the stock is going down, right, we fell 80% over this period, and the revenue went up, what is that, 6, 12, 18, 3x. So the revenue has tripled while the stock has pulled back 80%. That, my friends, is divergence between fundamental value and price. And that is what unlocks opportunity. When a stock is broken and a company is not broken, that is where opportunity comes from. Let's talk about the TAM for a second, because I think a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy about the TAM. But I said Path's total addressable market is $25 trillion today. Lemonade's total addressable market is around $8 trillion today. That's the size of the insurance market. Both of these companies can still 100x to 1000x. And the way that I'm kind of getting to this number is because the total annualized salary, and this is this estimate, guys, we don't actually know for certain, but the estimated total salary that all of humanity earns per year is about 100 trillion US dollars. So I'm kind of thinking, you know, Path can probably automate like close to 50% of all the work that gets done. Definitely all the digital work. Like 90% of all the digital work that gets done, UiPath can automate. So if they can automate, you know, 50 trillion or 40 trillion, the economy is going to be growing very fast as well. So 10 years from now, the whole economy, you know, this is going to be like 150 trillion, 200 trillion. Who knows how fast the economy is going to grow? But just looking at the TAM today, if UiPath can potentially automate half of that, they'll probably charge like half as much, at least half as much today. Eventually that will get computed even lower. But let's say today they charge you half as much as you would have to pay an employee. That means it's 25 trillion. If they can automate 50% of the economy, that's about 25 trillion of salary that they could potentially take that their bots would be earning, and companies would be saving 50% on this work, and it would get done faster. It will get done more consistently. There'll be no policy or compliance violations. It will just take away so much headache. It will take away management cost as well. I think they're truly competing for a $25 trillion market right now. and it's a $7 billion company. Path can 10x in value and will still be trading at a 60% discount to Palantir's price to sales ratio. Did you guys hear that? Path can 10x in value and will still be trading at a 60% discount. Now, Path is growing only 16% right now, but it's ramping up, right? Over the last 3 quarters, we've gone from 4.5% to now 16%. So the ramp has been great over the last three quarters. But Palantir is still going quite a lot faster. I think Palantir is at like 65% growth or something. So Path shouldn't be at the same valuation of Palantir yet, but it also shouldn't be trading like a stock with 0% revenue growth, which it is trading at right now. Like literally you will beat the risk-free rate of return buying government debt, owning Path, if Path had 0% revenue growth forever. And it's not going to be like that. Okay. So it's criminally undervalued. But yeah, I made some thoughts comparing Path and Palantir if you guys are interested in that. 10 minutes now, guys. 10 minutes. Oh yeah. So this is the current sentiment, by the way. For those of you guys who are curious, the Motley Fool uploaded this article yesterday that was just blowing my mind. They said UiPath is dominating robotic process automation, which is true. Its tools can help businesses streamline their operations and cut costs, but it could face tough competition from newer generative AI platforms. Yeah. Too bad Maestro is the newer generative AI platform that is now the best in my opinion. UiPath did not fall into the innovator's dilemma. They actually created the innovation because it's still founder led, which is what you need to do that. And then as I explained earlier, it doesn't actually obsolete RPA. RPA is a huge toolbox. Deterministic automation is a huge toolbox that AI can harness, can use. It makes your AI far more effective, which is why UiPath is now so far ahead of everyone else, because their AI bots are empowered with deterministic automation that can do processes in your Salesforce, on Gmail, in your documents, all of that. And then they said, fresh competition from generative AI platforms like OpenAI's ChatGPT. Okay, come on. You don't even understand how this company works. ChatGPT is an agent that you can put inside your Maestro orchestration. ChatGPT, that chatbot, is not going to automate a Fortune 500 company's claims workflow, okay? It just doesn't make sense. They just aren't using logic. These people are writing articles after doing 3 minutes of freaking work. And it's probably AI doing it. And AI is giving you answers based off of all the previous writing, which is only about RPA. So AI is leading people astray because it doesn't have all the new information. Sorry, I shouldn't get frustrated. My stock is up 10%. It just, when a stock is so misunderstood and you understand it better than the market, it's really frustrating reading what analysts are putting out.